Everything in this video is alleged, in my opinion. And everything in this video was created for entertainment purposes only. It's the Shenita frequency. Come and speak with me. It's my frequency. Come and speak with me. Hey guys, welcome to the Shenita frequency, where we get a little messy, spill a little tea, but we clean it all up with that good energy. All right, I hope you guys are drinking your water, meditating, putting yourself first, right? Stopping that people pleasing, living out your dreams, believing in yourself. Okay, and if I haven't said it before, I hope you're putting yourself first today. I just want to say this. I meditated today, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. I have so much clarity. But anyway, let's get into some things. All right. Chrisean Rock eats cake with her hands. All right, the people are going crazy about it. Okay. Tia Kemp said her fingers was musty. All right. Ooh, nasty, dirty, nasty word. All right. Beyonce had two hands to heaven as she dangled helplessly from her car that she performed in. All right. Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap, accused of shading Queen B. Tia Kemp versus Chrisean Rock. All right, they're having a back and forth online. Now, I must say, Chrisean Rock is back, taking over the internet. Okay, every day, the girl is being talked about. Okay, can Chrisean just live her life? All right, she has the people in an uproar. All right, Chrisean is definitely that girl when it comes to controversy. All right, and pissing folks off. Okay, so let's get into some things. Now, I must say that I actually enjoy the craziness that is Chrisean Rock. I mean, hell, I don't take it personal. It ain't my life. Okay, I know a lot of you guys internalize, the things that are happening in her reality. But I want you guys to pipe on down. Okay, it is her reality. It does not affect you. All right, and if you don't want to watch it, baby, you know what you can do. You can definitely unsubscribe, okay? And you can also pluck your eyeballs out. All right, so let's get into some things. Now, I must say that Chrisean Rock was at a party. All right, and evidently, I believe, now what I'm hearing is that this party was for Miss Nicki Baby. Okay, and Chrisean was there with one of her friends, allegedly, Sky. All right, and the next thing I know, Chrisean takes her hand and digs it in the cake. Wow, nasty, dirty work. All right. I'm wondering if the girl washed her hands. Okay. And I'm thinking that she probably did wash her hands. But I just want to say this. The people are in an uproar. Okay. I seen her lick all 5 fingers. Okay. And so also, Chrisean Rock Okay, she looks like she may have went in for seconds. It kind of looked like she took her hand, allegedly, and sliced a piece of the cake from the bottom. All right, there was a gentleman in a video who was eating cake. It was either from a cup or a smaller plate. All right, and he was also eating with his hands. And I just want to say, the people are upset. One person, I seen a comment where one person was saying that if it was their cake, they would have snapped her hands back. Nasty, dirty word. A lot of people are saying that she has no home training. All right, that she's out in public acting as if she has no moral compass. Okay, and so I just want to say that, I've been to a couple of parties where people do wash their hands, okay, and they like people to dig their hands in a cake. I've also seen Tamar Braxton do this. I don't know if it was on Tamar and Vince or if it was on Braxton Family Values. Don't quote me, but I do think it was on Tamar and Vince where Tamar would have her birthday and she would invite, the people that she loved, and then she would have them dig their hands in the cake and eat it. And so this, in some people's reality is just a tradition. And I feel like because it's Chrisean rock, it's always made to be this bigger thing. I did not see anybody at the party necessarily upset. I don't know if people were. Okay, from what I've seen, everybody looked okay with it. But of course, the haters, they gotta watch. They gotta keep watching. You know what I'm saying? They gotta keep watching to find something to say. They don't have a life, and so they gotta go into other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And pick on every little thing that they do. I just feel like people love to pick on Chrisean, even when they don't fully understand, the whole context of things. Okay, but I will say that Chrisean is definitely that girl. She has the haters watching. Okay, and so Chrisean did respond and say that, the cake was good, honey. All right, and that she just wanted a piece, and the icing looks so delicious. See where I'm going with it? All right, and it got the people even more upset. Okay, and so I must say that I giggled, chuckled, and pooted a little. All right, because it made me cackle. You know where I'm going with it? It made me cackle. Now, I must say that people do find it disgusting, but I just simply see a person that might just need, she might be a little socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? I think a little charm class, a little what is it called when you she just needs a little class on social awkwardness, maybe how to conduct herself in certain environments, and I think she'd be good to go. All right, it ain't like she broke out and beat somebody up. Okay, she just simply dug her hands in a cake, and she even drew a line with her fingers to separate it. All right, and so it just didn't seem like anybody else really cared. In my opinion, I really do think maybe it was strategically done just to piss you guys off, and it's just so easy. to manipulate you guys, and I just love it. I just sit back and I chuckle. All right. Also, Tia Kemp came out and made a video. Now, I do know that there were a couple of videos where Chrisean and Tia Kemp, they were responding to each other. I do think that Tia Kemp is trying to give Chrisean some tough love that, in my opinion, Chrisean never asked for. Okay. I do feel like Tia Kemp, kind of inserted herself into a beef that had nothing to do with her. Chrisean does feel like Tia Kemp is clout chasing. Chrisean does feel like Tia Kemp could have called her if she was really concerned about some things that she's seen. Now, I know Tia did say that she feels that, Junior shouldn't be in the studio and some other places with Chrisean. She also said that Chrisean has a burrito belly. All right, because Chrisean did say that she was an older woman. All right, and she did critique her shape. Okay, I do think that Tia looks really good for her age. I think both of the ladies are exceptionally beautiful. All right, I do. And then a part of me does feel like Tia is going a little hard because Carlissa is, her homegirl. All right, but then on the flip side, I do think she's trying to play devil advocate and kind of warn Chrisean of how, in reality it looks how she's actually showing up. I don't know if Chrisean is able to take the advice, seeing as though she feels offended. But I will say this, Chrisean, I do think that Tia is just trying to bring you into the reality. Even when Tia is saying that, Chrisean better chill out with the responses and, how she comes with them. Or allegedly, CPS will be called. I think that is a warning. Because a lot of people are talking about child protective services, and I just want to say this from a loving place to Chrisean. You do need to think about, how Junior shows up. You can control what people see. Okay, and so I do think at times you need to really think about how it looks and what you are giving people to use against you later. I do think that Chrisean is so used to, in my opinion, just showing so much of herself, okay, giving so much of her life, and now she has this baby and she's continuing to do the same thing. But I think that now, because Junior is involved, that Chrisean is giving her haters and people who really may be smiling in her face, and not necessarily on her side, the bullets to shoot her with later on. And so, I have a different type of love for Chrisean Rock. I know that people say, that people who support Chrisean Rock or like her are enabling her behavior and, look at her as a child. I want to say this. Sometimes we get older, but we do not grow up. Okay? A lot of people are walking around fully grown senior citizens, but are still operating in a space where they are still that damaged, traumatized child. And so I don't think that everybody who supports and loves Chrisean is necessarily enabling her. I just think that a lot of people are trying to come from understanding and love. And everybody has a different way of displaying their love. Okay, and I do think that that a lot of people are worried about Junior, even though they don't have the full picture. Now, some people do say that Junior is crying and she's not tending, but I do want to say this: in some cases, mothers do choose to allow their children to cry and to self-soothe rather than always running to pick them up. And so she may be expressing that. Okay, you do have to remember that, and I'm not sure how involved Chrisean's mom was in her life. I am not completely sure on who raised her, but I can almost bet you that Chrisean raised herself as well. Okay, and so what we are seeing is Chrisean Rock doing what she feels is the best that she can do. Now, what I will say is that it does disappoint me to see Tia going back and forth online with Chrisean Rock and not actually reaching out to her to be that auntie. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that honestly, these ladies could talk through this situation and maybe even build a relationship somewhere where Tia could give Chrisean some real love and advice. Because I do think that Tia, you know, under her ability to read a hoe down, all right? Because Tia got them words, baby, and she puts them together and takes them apart and put them back together again. And so love Tia, all right? But I do think, you know, if she is truly worried about, you know, how Chrisean is showing up and Junior, that call should be made. And maybe a sit down should be have. And, you know, Chrisean really does, in my opinion, need some love. Okay. And in the way that she can receive it. And listen, I get it. You know, I think Tia is trying to speak to her in a language which she feels she can understand. All right. And so I hope that these ladies get to talk through this. All right. And shout out to Chrisean Rock and Tia Kemp. You guys are better than this. I understand y'all going to eat each other up. All right. Because Chrisean did say that that she feels that, you know, Tia may be a little, in my opinion, jealous because at, you know, Chrisean's age, she's saying that Tia, what was Tia doing? Okay, what were you doing? All right. So Chrisean, you know, is kind of insinuating, in my opinion, that Tia may be a little jealous. All right. And then Tia came to say, honey, I was in real estate doing my thing. Okay, burrito belly and burrito face. And so I'm loving it. But at the same time, I do think, you know, that Chrisean does need to think about how she is showing up. And my whole thing is, if these people are really Chrisean's friend, I do think they are failing her. Okay, and Chrisean says she has this relationship with God. I think that she needs to ask God for the gift of discernment. You know, she needs to, and I do it every day. I say, God, let me see people the way that you see them. Give me your discernment. Make things clear to me. You know what I'm saying? And I sit and I meditate and God shows me, and so I'm questioning the company that she's keeping. People will always flock to you, baby, when you got that money, when the skies are blue. Okay, but it's about who's there when them skies are gray. All right, and so shout out to Tia and Chrisean. All right, I hope you ladies work it out. Moving along. The Queen of Music, Beyonce Knowles Carter. I just want to say this. Beyonce Knowles Carter has been looking absolutely amazing these days. Okay. If you don't know, now you know. All right. The Queen is getting younger. All right. The Queen is getting stronger. Okay. Beyonce looks good with a T, baby. All right. Shout out to Queen B for being poised, beautiful, talented, and gorgeous. And yes, I'm pandering. All right. It's all right. It's my real feelings, though. All right. And so, what's wrong with giving another woman a compliment? Okay, that's the problem with the world now. We don't uplift each other. We can't say, girl, you look good. All right. Just make sure it's the truth when you're saying it. Okay, but anyway, back to Queen B, Queen of Music. All right, I have some devastating news. Okay, Queen B was performing. All right, I believe it was a red Chevy. Maybe I'm not sure. It was a cute car though. She was performing as she does, and she was in her vehicle in the sky, and I believe that the car started to tilt, and it malfunctioned. Okay, and so it was absolutely scary for her fans, and it looked a little scary for her as well. Okay, they did get to lower the car, and she did get to get out of the car safely. She did have to take a moment, all right, to gather herself and continue her performance. Now, I must say that it did scare me a little bit to see the Queen in that predicament, and if I were the Queen, someone would have to go. See where I'm going with it? Off with your head. All right, off with your head. Yeah, someone definitely needs to be fired. This is the second malfunction I think that the show has had. The first was another, it was another issue with another prop. And so, shout out to Queen B for handling it with grace. She definitely knows how to conduct herself. Such a professional lady. Okay, now on the flip side of that, Nicki Minaj was allegedly on station head. I'm not sure, but the fans are saying that Nicki Minaj was on station head, and she was listening to Starships, and so she did post that Starships were meant to fly, and some of Beyonce's fans felt like it was a shot at Beyonce. Okay, and so what do you guys think? Do you think that Nicki was just simply uh stating some lyrics from her song? Or do you think it was shade? Okay, I honestly think that Nicki Minaj was just entertaining her fans. Okay, and simply writing lyrics. I mean, I do feel like Nicki is very direct when she has a real issue with someone. I think at this point, people just want to see Nicki and Beyonce have a battle, and I felt this way for a very, very long time. Okay, and so shout out to both ladies. Okay, for being the queen of your genres, and yeah, I don't think that Nicki meant anything by it. All right. I hope that both ladies are blessed. All right. Moving forward. Okay. Lizzo put out a mixtape. All right. Lizzo came out Friday, put out a mixtape. I absolutely love it. Okay. I do feel like Lizzo is very theatrical. All right. And I love that about her. I'm gonna give the mixtape a 7.5. All right, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. My favorite song is definitely the song she has with Doja Cat. You still can't fuck. And I'm surprised that the song hasn't, hit the top 10. I'm gonna be honest. Because Doja and Lizzo together, I would just think that this song would be out of here like the Jetson spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Now people are saying that Doja didn't promote the song. Okay, and I'm wondering why she wouldn't. All right, do you think that Doja Cat is sabotaging Lizzo? All right, could it be? Could it be? I digress. All right, Lizzo, I just want to say, great job, girl. All right, really, really proud of Lizzo. I hope that she continues getting into her rap bag and creating and expressing this new version of herself. I do think she needs to just embody this rap persona just a little bit more. I want to see her really, really, really own it, Let me know what you guys think about the Lizzo mixtape that she put out last Friday. Okay, are you excited for any more projects that she may be coming with? I do feel like I want to hear more from her. All right, but I'm definitely gonna give her, her props for that. All right. Let me know what you guys think of the video. I am very open to constructive criticism. Okay, I am new to the game. I'm creating, my own lane, and so I am really happy to be talking to you guys. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Tell a friend. Okay, I had a dream. I had 1 million followers. All right, and I'm trying to manifest that. I need you guys to drink your water. Okay, put life into your water. I enjoy Mountain Valley. Shout out to Mountain Valley spring water. I love their spring water. The green glass, I prefer to drink out of glass versus plastic. And so when I'm doing such, I am definitely copying that Mountain Valley. All right. I love to write affirmations on the bottle, and I actually recycle them and repurpose them. Yeah, I'm that type of girl. All right. If you guys would like me to make affirmation videos and help you out with meditation, because I'm about to get into that bag, let me know. Okay, if you want to support my small business, you can definitely donate currency to my Cash App. All right, it is $SHENITA, TOOTS, and that's Shenita Toots. All right. If you want to book me, okay, for events, if you want to spill some tea, okay, you can hit me in my inbox at ShenitaTheLeader@gmail.com. All right. Listen, guys, I have so much to share with you guys. Okay, I am writing a book. All right, I am doing so much right now. I am seriously manifesting, and I am excited. Okay, stay positive, stay balanced. All right, remember that this is your reality. Okay, that you're always creating it, that you're in charge of it. Okay, make sure that you are centering yourself and loving yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.